expansion of industry and transport systems. These are all burning more hydrocarbon fuels. Deforestation for agriculture, for timber, that reduces the amount of CO2 that is absorbed, and an increase in cattle, which produce large amounts of methane gas, which is another greenhouse gas. You could have mentioned larger population requiring more food, space, transport, heating, etc. Okay, question 2. The correct formula is CO2, where the 2 is subscript. What is the name of the molecule shown in the diagram above? It's carbon dioxide. Percentage of oxygen air is 21%. Mass of air in the classroom was 220 kilograms. You just multiply 220 by the percentage, which gives you 4.62 kilograms of oxygen. Carbon monoxide is an air pollutant. Describe how carbon monoxide is produced from fuels. So it's the incomplete combustion of hydrocarbon fuels. There is insufficient oxygen during combustion to burn all the fuel. So we can write an equation here. Methane plus 1.5 moles of oxygen produce carbon monoxide 1 mole and 2 moles of water. We could double each of these, so that could be 2, 3, 2, 4 if you want to get rid of that fraction there, but it's perfectly valid to write it like that. Carbon monoxide affects red blood cells. They prefer the carbon monoxide to oxygen, so they will readily uptake carbon monoxide, and that reduces the amount of oxygen that's absorbed, and that can lead to death. Question 3. Earth's atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. What's another greenhouse gas? Methane. Greenhouse gases cause global climate change. Give 2 effects of global climate change. Well, there's obviously the increase in global temperature. Icebergs melt, glaciers melt, sea levels rise, flooding in low-level areas, drought, failed crops, loss of habitats, acidic seas, extreme weather, reduced number of plants and animals. Part C. Just a maths question. If 4.1 kilograms of plastic produce 6 kilograms of carbon dioxide, we want to know how much carbon dioxide is produced by 1 kilogram of plastic. So we take 6 divided by 4.1, gives us a factor of 1.46. So if we've got 23.5 grams of plastic, if we multiply it by that factor, it gives us 34.31 grams of carbon dioxide, and convert that to kilograms is 0.03431. Give one way that the carbon dioxide emissions can be reduced when a plastic bottle is manufactured. We can use plastics that have been recycled. We can make thinner bottles, use less materials. We could also use renewable energy sources as well to power the machines. E. Explain how the percentage of nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere today have changed from the Earth's early atmosphere. So any of these points will count as a point, as a mark, total of 6. Early atmosphere, mainly CO2 and NH3. As planet cooled, fewer volcanic eruptions. Water condensed, formed oceans. Early life forms used CO2 in photosynthesis and produced O2 levels increase. Carbon dioxide dissolved in oceans, forming carbonate rocks, and life forms under pressure for millions of years form fossil fuels. Both 5 and 6 here lock carbon dioxide in, and carbon dioxide levels fall in the atmosphere. NH3, or ammonia, reacts with oxygen in the atmosphere to form N2 and H2O, so the level of nitrogen increases. Question 4. Water vapor in the early atmosphere and today, which is just a trace today. Explain what has happened to most of the water vapour in the Earth's early atmosphere. Well, as the planet gradually cooled, as volcanic activity subsided, the water vapour condensed to form the oceans. Okay, now, printer decided to give up the ghost, so you'll have to excuse some very dodgy handwriting on here. So, question 5. The correct balanced equation is the third one down. B. Burning fuels causes atmospheric pollution. Write one effect for each. So carbon monoxide is toxic or poisonous. Particulates, they aggravate breathing conditions. Part C. Why is it important that sulfur dioxide is not released into the atmosphere? Because it causes acid rain. And the last part. Sulfur dioxide dissolves in water. What colour is universal indicator? It's pink or red. And give a reason for your answer, because it's an acid. Or it forms an acid when it is dissolved in water. And the acid is sulfuric acid, if you want a bit more detail there. Sulfur dioxide is a gas at room temperature, and the bonding is covalent. Now, you've not studied this yet, but you will do next year. So you're not expected to know this. So I'm not going to include these 3 marks in the test, unless, of course, you've done a bit of research and you've gone away and had a go at it. Then I will include those marks where relevant. So the answer is, it's a simple covalent molecule, which means it's a gas with large distances between the molecules and very weak forces holding those together. So it has very weak intermolecular forces. And finally, the age of the Earth is 4.6 billion years.